Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kiva and I am addicted to having a clean home. I am an absolute clean freak and all the little things you think people don't notice, I do notice. So in today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit different and talk about 15 reasons why your house might look a little bit dirty. And if you're here on this channel, you want your home to look luxe and high-end all the time. So I'm gonna give you all these little hacks that's going to take your home to the very next level. Let's get into it. The first reason why your house may look a little bit dirty is that you're forgetting to dust both your baseboards and your vents. So let's start with the vents because I think this is something that more people can agree with me on, and this just isn't me being anal, though it very well may be. I want you to start dusting your vents where your AC is coming through if you have that, where your heat is coming through if you have that, you don't have the radiators. Wherever this air circulation is, there is a buildup of dust. There's a buildup of a ton of dust. And so you could be walking down your beautiful white hallway and then there's just like this spot of black up on the ceiling, right? And unless you have black vents, that is not a look. Dust has never, ever looked good. There can be such a thick layer of dust sometimes that it actually warps the color of the things in your space, and that just doesn't look great. So this applies to vents, but this also applies to your baseboards. So your baseboards collect so much dust because we're walking around, we're kicking things up, we're dragging things in, and on top of almost every single baseboard is a little film of dust, right? And it just, again, it discolors those baseboards. It just kind of icky to look at, and fixing it can really, really sharpen up your home. This is one of these things you don't want to get down there and do it, but if you have kids, you can maybe bribe them with $10 or a good meal, have them dust it, and you will thank yourself for it. Now, if you're wondering, how do I go about doing this? Well, I love to use the Swiffer duster that extends really, really far to just be able to do those vents, and then whoever's standing below it, that sucks to be them because it just really just is raining down dust, and it's not really the best look in the world. And then when it comes to dusting those baseboards, what you actually want to do is take a sponge and cut some of it so that it's kind of at an angle, right? So that one part of it kind of hinges like this. And you can actually just skate that along the baseboard and pick up all of that dust. It's such a fun little hack that really works. If you don't want to cut a sponge, you don't feel like doing that, just get a microfiber towel. Those work wonders and you're going to get all of that dust up. A vacuum just doesn't do it. Now, you guys know I am a clean freak. I thought I was doing everything right. I thought I was on the ball. Turns out I was really missing with this one and I could have almost started a fire. So something that you're probably neglecting to clean that's making your home look dirty is the dryer lint. So I know everyone, you're kind of taking it out and emptying it out, but no, there is more. There's a whole entire chasm, there's an entire universe of lint within that dryer. I'm not saying that you need to get out all of your tools and like disassemble the dryer, but what I want you to do is start vacuuming the inside of that lint pocket. Again, I thought I was doing a good job and there were piles and piles of lint that I was missing. And the way I get this out is actually with this really cool attachment I found on Amazon. It attaches to pretty much every vacuum. You stick it on and it's able to get in deep inside of that washing machine or that dryer and get all of that debris out. Not only does this help your clothes not have lint on them when they get out of the dryer, because that can be super frustrating because doing laundry in the first place is such a pain. I absolutely hate it. But it's also really going to help you not have a safety hazard because if you have too much lint in that dryer, you may cause a fire and we definitely don't want that. So this tool has totally changed the game for me. It's a little bit fun because I'm like, what am I going to find in the dryer? I found way too many weird things in the dryer, but definitely start cleaning this part of your home. Now, this is the thing that really keeps me up at night, and I'm not being dramatic here. Like, I will wake up at 3 a.m. like, I gotta clean the range. So the next thing that's probably making your home look a little bit dirty is your dirty range. So this really applies to people who have the gas stoves, and gas stoves are fantastic. The food tastes better. You kind of feel like you're Gordon Ramsay, but there's so much food down there. It's like a second refrigerator somehow, except for all the food spoiled. So cleaning your range is super important because whatever you're doing, you can see those little droplets of food, you can see that pasta sauce, that piece of chicken, it's all building up there and resting on that range. And most ranges are black, right? So pretty much everything stands out against the black. So what do you need to start doing? You need to start actually using that attachment on your vacuum that kind of gets into those small corners and use that for your range. Just give it a good wipe out before with some antibacterial spray, clean the range, and just give it another wipe out again. This really works wonders. Now, if you are actually having problems with like all that buildup of like that scum on your range, which I know I struggle with too, you gotta start using either Barkeeper's Friend or the pink stuff. You just kind of want to put that on your range, let it sit, give it a good scrub, and it looks like a brand new oven, a brand new stove. This is something that it just really helps me sleep at night. It makes me feel better. And when the range is clean, then I feel like people can come over. I don't know, every time we have a dinner party, I'm not like, let me go to Costco and get some food. Let me set the table. I'm like, I gotta clean the range. So this is something that's probably dirty in your home that you may want to fix. Now, this is the easiest one in today's video, and it's something super minor, but again, we're being nitpicky so that we can have super luxurious and elevated homes. So something that most of us forget to do is put down a coaster. So we know that coasters are important, but sometimes we kind of write them off because we're like, it's not that big of a deal. The soda's just on there for a few minutes. Well, if there are a few sodas on that table for a few minutes every single day, you're gonna get a big ring stain on that table, and that means you're always gonna find decor to cover it up, and it just kind of looks bad, especially when you have the nice lights on. The light hits the stain differently. The natural light hits the stain differently. So even though honestly, I don't really care where you put your drinks, I do care when the time comes and you have this big, fat, noticeable ring in the middle of the table. I want to be able to use my house however I want to use it without having to think about some cup that I left there 5 years ago because I was being lazy and didn't want to pull out a coaster. And you don't even have to have nice coasters. I'm not even saying that. You don't have to have a marble coaster. You don't have to have a nice coaster. You can use a deck of Uno cards for all I care. Just stop leaving those rings on your furniture. Absolutely every single day, someone sends me a message and they say, Kiva, how do you keep your sofas clean? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't 99.9% of the time because we like to wear all black in this family. I don't know, maybe we think we're the men in black. I have no idea what's going on, but we love to wear all black, and that means we get clothing pills on the white sofas. So the white sofas actually aren't always white. But what do we do about that? Because pilling furniture just doesn't look good. I guess unless it's boucle. I think that's like already pilled furniture, right? So if you don't like the pilling, maybe stick to the boucle. But if you're struggling with this, this applies to white sofas, black sofas, gray sofas, literally any color under the sun. You can see the pilling. It's just more noticeable when you have white furniture. But to fix this, I have a pill shaver. You can get one for 14 bucks on Amazon, and it's magic. It's just a magical device. What it does, it just like really, really lightly, scrapes off that cushion and it gets all of those pills off the furniture. Now, it is a time investment, right? I don't do it all the time because if you sit on the sofas all the time, which most of us do, you're going to build up quite a number of pills. But if you dedicate 20 minutes to it once a month, it's really going to change the way your furniture feels. It's going to actually look brand new because pills just look old. Same thing with your clothes. You can get the same one for your clothes that you use for your furniture, and you're going to thank yourself. Now, I was in a meeting the other day and we were talking about how often you change your sheets and your pillowcases. And I was like, well, I change my pillowcases every single day. And she was like, what? What's wrong with you? So maybe I might be taking this a little bit too far. But if you're not regularly changing your pillowcases and your sheets, you need to start. But I'm not going to dwell on that, right? What I really want you to do is start washing your covers of your sofa and your throw pillow covers, because I know you probably just said, Kiva, of course I wash my bed linens. Of course I do that. Well, what about that sofa, you guys? Think about it. A lot of people don't go into their bed with their outside clothes on, but the living room, it's free range, right? You'll jump on there with the clothes you wore to the grocery store and to Walmart and to whatever. You have all of that bacteria, all of that debris on your clothes, and you're hopping onto that sofa. You need to give it a good wash. Most cushions do come off, maybe not like the frame of the sofa, but you can get a Bissell Little Green Pro Heat for that if you're feeling spicy. But you need to start taking those cushions off and putting them in the washing machine. Just wash them on cold. You don't have to, wash them on hot and worry about getting like a Barbie size cushion cover. Just wash them on cold, give them a good clean, and then please wash these pillow covers. Almost every single pillow cover comes off. Throw it in the washing machine with your load of Brights. I know you don't feel like doing it, but just do it just once a month. Give me once a month. Please give me once a month. And your space, it's just going to feel nicer, right? And it's going to actually brighten up the space. I know you're probably like, oh, it makes no difference. You can't tell. Well, when you get it out the laundry, you're going to leave a comment down below saying, wow, Kiva, I can tell. You can tell, so please start doing it. So we're getting clean in this video, right? We're feeling excited. We're feeling a little bit attacked, but we're feeling excited. And remember, you guys, these are all things that I do. And all this B-roll you're seeing, it's of my own house. So, I kind of dropped the ball recently. So we're all in the same place. This is a safe place for us. But something else I need you to stop doing that is making your home dirty is wearing your outdoor shoes indoors, especially right now because it's snowing and there's all of that salt outside and it's gross and it stains your floors. And I just sit at my front door now with a mop, just waiting for people people to come in and out, you know, getting up all of that because I can't stand it. But I want you to stop wearing your outdoor shoes indoors because you're just tracking things inside. I want you to take your outdoor shoes off outside or just as you come in the home, so you just have to vacuum and, you know, wash that hallway, but have some slippers. Who doesn't love slippers? You can get one that have smiley faces on them, ones that look like dogs. Oh my gosh, you can have so much fun with the slippers and you're not going to track dirt everywhere. And, you know, they keep your feet warm. You can maybe lessen your heat bill. So, you know, it's a win-win no matter what. Now, I love my spouse for many reasons, but one of the main reasons we got married is because my spouse knows how to clean a good mirror. And there's nothing worse than a mirror streak. So something you're probably missing out on is cleaning your mirrors and cleaning your glass in general well. So, you know, you're cleaning a mirror and from one perspective it looks super good. You're like, wow, I did that, and then you just move 2 inches to the right and then it looks horrible and it looks like you were just scraping at that mirror. Well, that's me. I'm horrible at it, but it's something I notice no matter where I am. So how do I handle that? Well, I thought it was Windex, but Windex and I are no more. Windex and I are no more because I couldn't figure it out. I would spend hours trying to clean a mirror with no success. So I want you to actually start using this. I found about this all over TikTok. Everyone raves about it and you get all the streaks out just like that. And I promise you in this B-roll, you guys, I only did it once. I didn't do this 20 times because that's how good it is. So please start cleaning your glass, clean your mirrors. It's going to make a huge difference. Now, don't ever invite me over to your home if you are not switching your sponge all the time. Because if I see an old sponge that looks kind of like SpongeBob, I'm going to throw it away and I'm going to give you a new one. So what you need to start doing is switching out your sponges. How often do you think you should have to switch out your sponge? Leave a comment down below. If you're saying anything less than like every 2 weeks, you're wrong, right? So sponges hold so much debris because you're getting all of that food and there's just things floating around in the air and landing on that sponge. It's gross. You think you're cleaning your stuff, but you're actually not cleaning anything. Now, I used to use, you know, any Joe Schmo sponge until I found the Scrub Daddy. So we've all heard about Scrub Daddies and they are fantastic. But a reason why I really like the Scrub Daddy, apart from the fact that all the different holes do something different. Oh, it's so exciting. It's really the highlight of my week. I don't really know what that says about me. It's the highlight of my week. But what I love about them is you can actually put them in the dishwasher and give them a good clean. So you don't have to keep buying new sponges. You can just reuse that one. You're washing it on hot and it is good as new. If you're not switching out your sponges, you're probably leaving your sink kind of looking a little bit crusty because it really just does crust over, and you probably aren't getting a good clean on your food, especially if you don't have a dishwasher. And I want to make sure that you're being safe because safety always comes first. But, you know, if you ever want to have me over, you know, my housewarming gift to you will be a Scrub Daddy or something like that. Now, we just touched on the dishwasher and we have to talk about the dishwasher some more because we think about, oh, our dishwasher is amazing. It's cleaning our dishes. Well, who's cleaning the dishwasher? No one. That's the answer. If you go into your dishwasher right now, pause this video, but promise to come back, pause this video, go check your dishwasher, and there again is an entire trash can in there. There's an entire waste management company running in your dishwasher. There's so much gunk in there. I know because I've had to stick my hand in there and it's horrible, you guys. So I know you don't want to do this one, but you want to make sure again that you're getting a good clean on the dishwasher. And here, this is why you're really going to do it. If you're not cleaning your dishwasher, it may get stuck, right? And then you got to buy a new one. Who has money for a new dishwasher? Absolutely no one. So you want to start doing that because if you're seeing your dishes get a little bit splotchy, and who wants to eat on splotchy dishes? It's probably because there's some buildup in there. So just stick your hands in there, or, you know, make your husband stick his hands in there when he forgot your birthday or he did something wrong, and get that thing cleaned out. You're going to thank yourself for it. And whenever you walk into your kitchen and you might be smelling something a little funky, it might actually be the dishwasher, not the trash. So the way to fix that is to give it a good clean out. Now, this one isn't that important, but it just puts a smile on your face. You know, it kind of makes your house feel more like home, and we love that. That's part of like having a really nice, luxurious home. What you need to start doing is making your home smell good. So, you know, put on a simmer pot. Get a diffuser, light some candles, just make your house smell good so that if you didn't take out the trash or you didn't clean your dishwasher or the disposal's a little bit funky, the house at least smells good. Because you never want the house to smell bad. It's just super off-putting. It doesn't feel like home. Nobody wants to come in. It's just a whole thing that you don't want to go through. So invest in some good things. So what I want to say is the thing that has worked best for me, especially since we have these super tall ceilings, are these candles by Capri Blue. You can get them at Anthropologie. These things could cover cover up the worst disaster you've ever had. You could literally, you know, leave a pot of chili for a week and it would still make your house smell really good. Please don't start doing that. Please don't get this candle and then not do the dishes. But I'm saying you could do it. You could get away with it, and it could really mask every single smell. The trash can, the trash can, the trash can. Another thing that keeps me up at night. Can you guys really believe that I do dream about trash cans? I really do. So the trash can, even when you take the trash out, that doesn't mean it doesn't smell. And I'm saying this, and you know, someone I'm married to is sitting behind the camera. I might have to give them a quick glance there. So just because you take the trash out doesn't mean that it does not smell. You know, trash is smelly, especially if we take a few days to take it out, or, you know, we order some nachos or something, we got something a little spicy, it just doesn't smell very good. So what do we want to do? We want to take the trash out. We want to give the trash can a good clean, but I know not everybody wants to hose down their trash can. But what you want to start doing is put a scent booster in that trash can. So they make all of these really fancy things for your trash can. First of all, they never work. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. You can either get one of those scent packs from your Walmart, your Target, your Dollar Tree, your Hobby Lobby if you want to do that. But let me tell you what I do. I get a Ziploc bag and I get some of my laundry scent beads that I use. I put them in like the little pack behind my trash can because my trash can has it. If you don't, just put it in the bottom and you're gonna get that beautiful fresh laundry scent no matter what is in that trash can. It doesn't cost you any more money because you already have those things, and you are no longer subjected to a wretched smell. It's the best of both worlds. Plus, you no longer have to fight with your spouse about how quickly the trash needs to go out because it no longer smells. Again, it doesn't matter how much money you spend on your furniture if it doesn't really look good because we're not cleaning it well. So something that all of us struggle with because we have four-legged kids, two-legged partners, we are getting stains on our furniture. And you know, stains aren't always apparent when we have something that's super textured or super patterned, but a lot of the times they are apparent, and we can only flip over the cushions of the sofa so many times. Trust me, I flipped over these ones quite a number of times. So what do we do about that? So the way to fix these stains, even if you've had these stains forever, I have two solutions for you. One of them's costly, one of them isn't, but I recommend you do both. So solution number one, which is the expensive one, is to get that Bissell Little Green Pro Heat. Now, when I had my old dining chairs, I actually bought them used off of the floor, right? So there are a bunch of stains from Joe Schmo kicking the chairs trying to decide if he wanted to bring them home. And I was able to get each and every stain out and each and every scent out using the Bissell Little Green Pro Heat. You kind of just spray that piece of furniture and it sucks out everything. It's amazing. I love watching it. That's what I like to watch on YouTube, you guys. You should see my browser history. But if you don't want to get that Bissell Little Green Pro Heat, but you're getting all of those stains on your beautiful furniture, try using Folex. So the other day we spilled some chocolate on our very, very white sofas. And you know what I did? 7 days later is I sprayed some Folex on there and I got a paper towel. Make sure to use something that is neutral in color or the same color as your furniture. If you use a bright yellow towel to clean up something on a white surface, then you're not going to have a dirty surface, you're going to have a new yellow surface. But get a white paper towel or a white rag, use that to wipe it out with that Folex and it is good as new. I promise you, it works on stains that are a millennia old and you're going to thank yourself for it because you're no longer going to have to cover up that random part of the sofa with a throw and be like, oh, that's where that throw is supposed to go. No, it isn't. We all know it. It's just covering up a stain, but you don't have to worry about that anymore. If you're anything like me, you bring a lot of things in and out of the house. I just can't help it. I cannot resist Target. And sometimes when we do that, we're carrying these big packages, we ding up our walls, right? And we scuff them. And it looks like the walls are dirty, but they're really not dirty, right? I just hit it a little bit. And you're like, oh, do I have to repaint? What do I have to do? And you kind of just ignore it. But when you have 20 scuffs on the wall, you're like, is this a new peel and stick pattern or are my walls horribly dirty? So to fix this, I want you to start using the magic erasers. So there's these things all over the internet on how to make a magic eraser. Just buy one from the store. It's going to save you a lot of time and effort, and that's what this video is about. These are things that look dirty, you know, even if they're not dirty, and we can really fix them 1, 2, 3. So get that magic eraser, wet it a little bit, don't drench it, wet it a little bit, and it'll get all of those scuffs out. Now, only really use that magic eraser where that scuff is. If you do around that area, it might actually leave a little bit of residue. So wherever the scuff is, just kind of use the abrasion right there, and it looks good as new. This is something that I give all of my clients when they move into their new homes because that fresh paint is susceptible to these scuffs and you're really able to get it out with that magic eraser. Okay, guys, this is the last one, but this is the easiest one. So something that is probably making your house look dirty is that you're getting a buildup of oil and dirt and pasta sauce probably on your switches. So you know when you're cooking and you're making an elaborate meal and you open up the refrigerator, you open up the oven, the cabinets, you're turning on and off all the different lights, and you know you're getting a little pasta sauce here, a little balsamic vinegar there. You're just getting the food everywhere. Everyone's getting a taste of dinner tonight, all of the appliances. And you know, maybe at that exact moment we don't notice that. But after 10 meals, 20 meals, we're seeing all of that build up and it doesn't look good. So what I want you to start doing is just start wiping down those things. It's super simple. Get a microfiber towel and some water. You don't need anything fancy. You can also use some vinegar if you want to use something that's going to really take care of everything that's going on there, and just wipe them down. Wipe down those light switches, wipe down those handles. You're going to thank yourself for it. Again, it's one of those things where it doesn't look dirty in that moment, but once you give it a wipe down, you're like, wow, this looks absolutely brand new. Okay, you guys, that's it for today's video. Those were a few reasons why your house may look dirty, and it's okay. These are all things that we sometimes forget about, but in today's video, I gave you all of the tools and tricks to fix it, and I promise you, after you fix all these things, your house is going to look even more high-end than I know it already does. If you like today's video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and check me out on Instagram, and until next time, have a beautiful day.